I'm so glad that you have a nice neighbor you can talk to about mental health stuff. The only neighbor that I have is my nudist German neighbor. I can't talk to him about my mental health problems. He creates them. I see him like, oh God, wasn't trying to see that in Germany. So it's really good to be here. It's so great to see so many people out here supporting comedy and mental health. Oh, it's amazing. Yes, clap for that. I was very excited to do this show, and Moni asked me to do the show because she knows I have experience working in mental health. But she was like, but Tara, do you have like any of your own, mental health stories you could tell? I'm like, which diagnosis do you want? There's plenty. But that just goes to show you like how hidden this stuff can be, even amongst close friends. So I gave her the rundown of like all the diagnoses, and she was like, wow, you're a lot more put together than you look. Yeah, now. My point is it takes many, many years of work. So I just wanted to say real quick before we get into things that if you're dealing with your mental health work, don't give up and keep going. It takes a long time, and even some of my close friends don't know that there's been many points in my life where I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and keep going and keep taking care of each other. Yeah. Thank you. But now let's tell some jokes. So I have some mental health issues, and a lot of people I know have mental health issues. Does anybody else have to work really hard to like block those voices in your head? The ones that tell you? Yeah. The ones that, cheer for those voices. They need love too. You gotta self-love them. Now the voices I'm talking about are the ones that tell you you're a worthless piece of crap. Yeah. I also have to block my mom on Facebook. Yeah, it helps. Whew. My problem started young. I grew up an only child, or as my mom likes to say, a surprise gift from God. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of money growing up because my stepdaddy was into pyramid schemes. Although we were so broke, they were just triangles. Yeah, that's right, sister. I'm an American. Cool reaction. Just here for the health insurance. Yeah, but I'm from Middle America, so it's actually only known for two things: cold weather and emotional repression. So I feel at home in Germany. Love it. Where are my expats at? Give me a cheer if you're an expat, yeah? If you moved here from another country, yeah! Oh man, you know what fucks up my mental health is the German winter. Oh! You know what happens in the German winter? Germans get even meaner. They weren't nice people to begin with. Forget about it. And oh my God, don't even get me started with the paperwork. When I need something from the German government, they never reply to me. No, but when they need something from me, they just like keep sending me letters. It's like, oh my God, stop. You're like obsessed with me. Fuck you. Oh. So like Ben said, I used to be a therapist. I also see a therapist. My therapist had some bad news for me. She says, Tara, you have some avoidant tendencies. I'm like, I've worked on myself. I'm pretty sure I'd know if I had some avoidant tendencies. So I blocked her number. Yeah, and she had the nerve to tell me that I have a superiority complex. I'm like, yeah, pretty clear I know what I'm talking about, Yeah, I ended up working in severe mental health, and severe mental health is really interesting because you meet so many cool people you normally wouldn't see. So you'd meet some cool people, and you'd read their chart from a year earlier, and it would say something like, was found outside of a building naked and singing to himself. But in the UK, guys, that's just Friday night. You know what I mean? Oh man, let's go further. Let's talk about childhood. Ow, yeah, that's where it starts. Boom, cool. I see my coworker. This is gonna get weird, buddy. Yeah, yes, winning. Lots to talk about at our HR meeting. So anyway, a lot of people make assumptions about Americans. Like, for example, we can read. Not always true. Or that we all grow up rich. Not always true. And I'm no exception. I actually grew up in the government apartments. Yeah. So I have a lot more in common in some regards to Eastern Europeans than I do to my best friend from high school. Like, her house was so big she had 2 front doors. I didn't know which doorbell to ring. And like in my house, everything's broken. You just walk right through the broken screen door, Social workers loved that. They were like, ma'am, it's below freezing, but mom's busy banging. What are you gonna do? Oh, it gets way worse than that, guys. We're gonna keep going. Yes, let it out. I got them like, wow. So anyway, these government apartments were near the highway. You used to be able to see the truckers whooshing past, okay? There was a chain link fence around the whole place, not so much to keep people out, but to keep the pedophiles in. Wouldn't want them disturbing the truckers, you know? So before my stepdaddy left, he gave us these giant walkie-talkies. They were so powerful they could pick up the conversations of the truckers on the highway. Yeah, it was there I had my first Me Too moments. I harassed him naturally. Like, hey trucker, honk your horn, you sexy little pervert, you know? Like, oh, you always remember your first. Yeah. Let's keep going, this gets darker. Oh yeah, mental health. Yeah! So later in life I developed a drinking problem, clap for that. Yeah! Alcohol's amazing, and erases memories. No, but guys, I quit drinking. I quit drinking. People clap and Europeans just go, why? Why? I didn't even like the good shit either. Like, I was drinking like cheap ass American beer. I'll tell you guys about the first beer I ever tried. It was called Natural Ice. Some of you know it. Yeah, piss water. Not to be confused with Unnatural Ice, which was also made in Wisconsin, also known as meth. Very popular in my home country, yeah. Freedom! Boom, boom, boom. So very naturally, I got a lot of problems with dating. So I'll give you an example of why I'm such an awkward dater. Like, I found myself at this hip Berlin bar at the end of the night, and I mostly date men, but this woman was flirting with me. So she senses I'm nervous, and she touches my face. She goes, "What are you so afraid of?" I didn't know what to say, so I just said, "Ghosts." Never heard from her again, no. And a friend of mine, he's just like, "Tara, I think your whole problem with dating is that you're a demisexual." And I was like, "Oh, demisexual? What?" "Yeah, you can't hook up with anyone unless there's some emotional connection." I was like, "Back home, we just call that not being a sociopath." But apparently in Berlin, you gotta qualify that statement. This is where there are sex dungeons and I'm the freak for having feelings. What a buzzkill. Folks, I've been Tara, you've not been a buzzkill. Thank you so much for being here. Please give a warm welcome back to Ben McLean.